All right, guys, today we are planting buckwheat. What's up, guys? Hey, man, today we are planting buckwheat, something we have never tried. But when you got the no-till drill and the want to,
yeah,
this guy's gonna make it happen right here.
You're gonna do it.
So the plan is he has got an existing rye field, is what I would call it, right?
Yeah.
It's primarily rye.
Yeah, it's all cereal rye.
Cereal rye, and it's standing, he's got a good 2 to 3 feet height in this whole field. And what we want to do is come in and plant directly into this with the drill with buckwheat. And what's buckwheat going to do for us, Chris?
Really good green fertilizer, and also adds nitrogen to the soil too. So
we're going to crimp down his existing rye afterwards.
Yeah, you want to plant into it first, because they say the drill has a tough time penetrating when it's as thick as this is. You won't be able to ever get your depth. So we want to plant into it first and then come back and crimp afterwards.
All right, so then we're going to come back and crimp it over. So not only are we planting something to add a cover crop, we are crimping a cover crop.
Yeah.
So we're just stacking up that organic material, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And the idea is that over a period of time here, hopefully this plot never needs fertilizer.
Yeah.
We're going to kind of use...
And the soil conditions skyrocket
right,
because of all that green fertilizer and the matter on top of it. So
right, and which is always a problem for us is this will help hold moisture, right?
Yeah, hold moisture, shade, no wash like we've been getting. Like you can see where mine used to wash. We got it all leveled out and got that problem solved. But yeah, tons of benefits. We're new at it, but I'm pretty excited. A lot of guys are even saying that they can get two crops of buckwheat
in one
per season, because you can plant this buckwheat all the way into July and do 2 crimpings and have, that thick layer on there. So we'll see where we're at. But we're fortunate enough this year to have a velvet buck season, so I'm kind of want to get planted and get out fairly early this season if the weather permits.
Yeah, so like he's talking about, new for this season for us, was it September 7th, 8th, 9th, I think?
Yeah.
We have a velvet buck season, which we've never had.
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
Yeah, I know.
And so we're both excited about the possibility of getting on some velvet bucks, because you know as well as I do, early season is when you can make them big boys go down.
Oh yeah, now we're even earlier.
Oh, I know.
We're normally not planting our stuff until October here the last few seasons.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
This may be a game changer if the weather goes
Cooperates.
through. Man, it'd be awesome to get planted and get out. So we'll see what the second buckwheat deal comes to be or not. But
and see, right now we're actually pretty wet.
Yeah.
We've had quite a bit of rain, so I think with this drill and the perfect depth, man, this stuff ought to go crazy.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
So and something else too, guys, I'll show y'all is we planted plot screen here at my place about 2 weeks ago, and it is doing fantastic. First time we've ever tried it with the no-till drill, the Genesis. And dude, it's impressive.
Every seed comes out.
I swear, it's like every seed. Matter of fact, he's concerned that it's too thick.
Yeah, I think mine might be. They may be competing against each other.
We'll see. But yeah, we'll check that out also. So, Chris, what are we looking for on this ride and know it's time to crimp?
Well, first of all, it's kind of died off. So you want as much growth as you can, so you can get
height,
as much matter on the ground as you can. Mine was heavily gray, so I'm behind you and the client property on height wise. But once it quits growing, you just want to crimp it over before the seed gets hard. Otherwise you're just going to plant all those seeds back in there. We want those seeds to rot, so they call it the dough stage. So you peel one off and peel back the husk and pinch the seed. As long as there's still moisture in there, it's not actually a viable seed yet. So I've got to be out of town the next couple weekends, so I kind of want to jump on it now before it does turn to hard seed. And we may be a touch early. I've still got a few green sprigs, but not many. For the most part, it's done.
So we're also going to go ahead and crimp today then.
Yeah.
So we're gonna plant directly into the rye, this buckwheat, and then he's going to come back and crimp all that rye down.
We're going to do buckwheat in 2, maybe 3 of my plots, and then we'll go to the client property, knock that one out. And my crimper is actually over there. So we'll grab the crimper, come back, crimp all this down, blow over there, and crimp that down. So we might not get to work.
We better get started. Let's go. All right, guys, we are here on the client property. As you can see behind me, they have the same situation. We've let this field grow up and mature, and Chris is drilling the buckwheat into the field right now as we speak. We got his place completely planted. We will plant this and then crimp it, and then we'll go back to Chris's and crimp his. So that's the next steps. So apparently we got a pig in here. There's a pig in this field that we're pushing down here. Hey, you, get out of here. What the crap? All right, guys, so what we got is we're gonna hit this thing with the crimper. And what the crimper does, if you'll notice, so we went over this yesterday, and it knocked it down pretty good with the drill, but the crimper will come back. You can see where some of this is actually trying to stand back up. The crimper will actually crimp it at the ground, and all that matter is gonna lay there on the ground and rot naturally and build that soil up. So that's what we're fixing to do. All right, guys, so we started our morning off here to crimp, and we're on the tractor right here. Yeah. And our buddy came back. Yeah, our pig is back. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. All right, guys, so this is what we're looking for when we're crimping, right?
Yeah. So roll over a piece that was actually standing. This was so thick in here that the drill did a pretty good job of rolling it over, and now we're crimping it. So you roll over. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 breaks in, what is that?
2.5?
Yeah, 2.5 feet probably.
That's what you want.
Terminate the crop. Yep. Do it.
Well, we don't know nothing about nothing.
True.
But that right there looks right. Man, that is a thatch layer right there, brother.
No, it is. That's what I was saying. It's like, even year one, I don't think much is going to grow through that. And think about when that rots.
Yeah, it's just all that green fertilizer you're always talking about.
Yeah.
So, looking good, man. All right, so what? We headed to your place?
Yeah, got a couple acres to do over there, and then wait for some buckwheat to come up, hopefully. Yes.
All right, guys, it's time to crimp on Chris's place. All right, he's gonna jump on the tractor and knock this stuff out. Good morning, guys. Here we are. Now we're on my place, and we are on my corner food plot here. One we established about 1.5 years ago, something like that. But we got 2 tractors today, and so it's
double team.
It's the little engine that could over there, and then Chris's rig. He's got the planter. I've got the crimper. Let's see what we can get done. All right, guys, that is a wrap. We got 3 properties done. What did it take us, Chris? 3 days?
3 days. Yeah.
3 days. We got his place.
2.5.
Yeah, we got his place, all of his plots. Got the client's property done, and we just finished up mine. And fingers are crossed. This is new for us.
Yeah.
We're hoping we get that additional cover crop for the summer. And if you'll notice this right here, man, it's a carpet. He went over it with the crimper right after me, and I mean, it is a carpet. So want that material to sit there and rot and just turn this soil into something better than anywhere else.
Exactly.
That's our goal, is we want the best soil we can get, and we're kind of trying to get away from the fertilizers and all the stuff that goes chemically with it. So
and the tiller.
And the tiller.
Yeah.
And the spray. I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah, no spray, no till.
With these cover crops, it's so thick that there's hardly any weeds in it. There's some weeds in mine, but there wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully when the buckwheat comes in, no weeds. We lay that down, and then we can plant right into that in the fall if we don't get a second summer planting, which depends on the weather here, if it's going to get enough rain. But guys, as always, thank you for watching. And as always, God bless.